Hi, my name is Scott Maskell. I'm a management analyst here at eSchool GSA. I'm here to talk to you today about the credit manager feature and the manual transfer function. So in order to access manual transfers, you'll come up here to the left-hand corner in this green button right here that says Add Manual Transfer. You'll go ahead and click that. It'll open up this new menu. The first thing that you want to do is select the credit source. This is the type of credit bucket that you want to trade. So for here we have native tier 1 and tier 2. If you have additional credit buckets, like for example surface water, or you may see like different types of credits appear here. Those will all appear here if they're applicable. You'll then want to select the APN that you're going to transfer it from, and then the APN that you're going to transfer it to. Down here underneath each APN, I'll let you know the total available credit balance. Right here, you'll type in the amount. So say I just want to transfer 10 acre-feet. We'll see that up here underneath each APN, it'll give you kind of a net balance and a running calculation of what it's going to look like post-transfer. So if I were to go ahead and hit transfer here, I'd see that, hey, this APN ending in 006 is going to go from 68 down to 58 acre-feet. And then this APN is going to grow from 68 to 78. Once I've gone ahead and confirmed, I'll go ahead and hit transfer. And then when I go ahead and look at the main screen over here, I'll see that these little green T icons have appeared. That is just to notify the landowner that, hey, there is a manual transfer here, and that there are rules that are kind of applying to that. In the event that you ever need to review or update a manual transfer, you'll just come over here on the left-hand side to the internal transfer column. I'll go ahead and click that. Under here, I can go ahead and see manual transfers. Here's the transaction that I just did from 06 to 02. I can see that I did it for 10 acre-feet. If I end up changing my mind or want to get rid of it, I can go ahead and hit this edit transfer button. It'll go ahead and reopen the window and allow me to make any transfer edits I desire. Go ahead and hit transfer to save it. If I decide I ultimately don't want it anymore or change my mind, I can hit this delete transfer button right here, and I'll go ahead and remove it. And then when we come back here, we can see that those icons are gone and I no longer have that manual transfer. Another option that landowners are going to have are to set rules and regulations in regards to the auto transfer feature. So in order to place rules on the auto transfer feature, under each APN, you'll see this little gray icon that says set limits. You'll go ahead and click that. It'll open up this new window. So here, we're going to see three columns. You're going to see withdrawal limit, a transfer in limit, and a transfer out limit. The withdrawal limit determines how many credits are allowed to be removed from that account. So for example, I can see right here, I have 12.75 of native, 4.5 of tier 1, and 7.5 of tier 2. If I go ahead and hit limit all, what that essentially will do is on this APN, the auto transfer feature will then lock in all these credits and not allow them to be transferred to any other account. You can also, instead of hitting limit all, type in a distinct number. So if instead of 4.5, if I just want to transfer 4 credits, I can type that. Same down here, if I don't want to transfer the full 7.5, I can type in 4. And then that will set a rule and regulation that says, hey, on this APN, when we run the auto transfer feature, I am not going to transfer 4 acre-feet of tier 1 or 4 acre-feet of tier 2 and reserve them on that APN. These other two columns right here is a transfer in and transfer out limit. These basically just set rules and regulations on what you want to be allowed transferred in. Main use case scenarios for this is basically, like, hey, I want to mitigate some of the overdraft that I may have on a particular APN, but I don't want any native to be used to go against and to mitigate that. I want to use any available tier 1 and tier 2 credits that I might have in order to do that. So with on that APN, you can go ahead and say, hey, I want to make sure that I'm not using any native tier 1 to come in here, or I don't want any native going out. And then you can just go ahead and hit save. Likewise to the manual transfer, once you hit save, you'll go ahead and see here the little R icons. This means that a rule has been applied to the auto transfer. In order to change or edit that, you'll just go ahead and click that set limit button again. You'll see the menu pack up with all your things. You can go ahead and edit you want. If you change your mind or want to remove it, just go ahead and hit this clear limits button. and that will remove any rules that you have applied, and then go ahead and hit save, and we can see that they've all been removed. If you have any questions, please reach out to an East Korea GSA member at your earliest convenience.